Hi, it's Abia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am actually doing a recipe that my daughter um, tagged me in on Monday. The recipe was actually shown by a guy by the name of Bryant Terry. He was on the Today Show Monday, Labor Day, and he did this recipe called Sweet Summer Corn Relish. And my daughter thought maybe I could do it, and I was like, you know what? Let me read over. Let me see what all involved, and I'll give it a try. We'll see. So if you see me referencing back to this, just know it is not my recipe. I am not by no means trying to take credit for this recipe. It was just one my daughter saying that was done on the Today Show. They did uh, um, put the recipe out there. And so when my daughter sent it to me, I looked at it, I was like, okay, but his name is Bryant Terry, and my understanding is he's a vegan chef. So this is his recipe. I am just seeing if I could do it myself. So if you see me referencing back to it, it's because um, it's his, it's not mine. But I do want to try it. It looked really good. It actually is supposed to be able to, once you get it all done and put together, it's actually can stay in the refrigerator for a year. So we're gonna see. I have let me tell you what the recipe calls for, and then we'll go from there, okay? It calls for 3 large ears of sweet corn, 12 ripe cherry tomatoes cut into 1/8 inch thick slices. I don't know. I just sliced mine, so I don't know about the 1/8 thing, but that's what I did. I have a cup of freshly diced red onions. I have a cup of finely diced green bell peppers, which I didn't have any green bell peppers, so I used the yellow and the red what I had on hand. Okay, 2 tablespoons of minced jalapenos, 2 cloves of garlic with the ends cut off. 3/4 cup of rice vinegar. I have a cup of raw cane sugar, 1 tablespoon of brown mustard seed, 2 teaspoons cumin seeds, a half a teaspoon kosher salt, a half a teaspoon whole black peppercorn, and 1/4 teaspoon ground turmeric. Okay, so if you want this recipe, you need to go to the Today Show website because that's where it was printed off of. And yeah, it was done on Monday, Labor Day. So if you would like to try it, it's by a chef by the name of Bryant Terry. It's his recipe, not a Bia's recipe. Okay, so let's get that straight. It's not mine. I'm not trying to claim it or anything. I just wanted to see if I could make it. So what I did sterilize my jars, in the lids on it. Uh, and then you had to blanch your corn, which I didn't blanch mine. I did let the water come up to a real high warm, not even hot, but a high warm, and I put my corn in it because I'm trying to stick with the raw thing as much as possible. But yeah, so I did that, and I kept them in there maybe a minute and a half. Took it out and put it directly in the cold water, which with this recipe is calling for you to um, bring a large pot of water to a boil over high heat while you cutting the heat. Add the corn, bring the water back to a boil, and blanch for 1 minute. Drain the corn in a colander and put it in an ice bath. That's what the recipe is calling for. Okay. I didn't put mine in boiling water, so That's just my preference, but we're gonna see how it works out. Uh, then it says we're going to add. Okay, wow. I was doing this. Let's get to the liquid part. With the liquid part, um, you're gonna use the vinegar. Let's go. 3/4 cup of rice vinegar. Okay. 1/4 cup of water. You're gonna add the sugar, the mustard seeds, cumin seeds, salt, peppercorn, and turmeric. And then it says bring to a simmer over medium heat. Cook until the liquid is hot to the touch and the sugar has completely dissolved about 3 minutes. Again, I did not bring mine to a simmer. I did allow the sugar to melt. It was, yeah, I could put my finger in it and it was not hot, really hot at all, but the sugar has melted. I have then let it cool. It's cooling now. Okay, so let's go on to the next step. All right. So these are all the things that went into the vinegar. You had peppercorn, turmeric, cumin seed. You had mustard seed. You had the raw cane sugar, and you had water, and along with the rice vinegar. Okay, so that's what's over there cooling now. So in this bowl is the corn. The corn that I took off the cob. I put it in the warm water, and the water, the water that I put the corn in, it wasn't hot because I could literally pick the corn up out of the water with my hand without being burnt. So, yeah, I did not let it my water come to a boil. But his recipe calls for that. So if you're going by his recipe, you're going to want to bring the water to a boil and blanch the corn for about a minute. And then take it out, drain it, and plunge it into an ice bath. That's what his is called for. Okay, so to the corn, I have I have a cup. I have a cup of red onions. I have a cup of chopped diced bell pepper. His calls for green bell pepper. I didn't have any green bell pepper, so I had to go with what I had. It calls for 2 tablespoons of minced jalapenos. Okay. And it also calls for 12 cherry tomatoes cut in 1/8 inch. Now, the 1/8 inch, I can't, I don't know. But 1/8 inch slices is what it calls for. Okay? So, I got all this. This is what it looks like. Let's get a good look. Okay. This is what it looks like. This is the corn, the bell pepper, the jalapenos, the tomatoes, the red onions, everything that the recipe calls for solid wise is what's in here. Okay. So you gotta mix it up good because you're gonna divide according to his directions. You're going to divide this into pint jars. Okay, so this is what I'm about to do. I'm gonna put it in the pint jars. Now, here's also calls for 2 garlic cloves with the ends cut off. But anybody that knows my husband knows he like garlic. So I'm gonna put 2 cloves of garlic. Okay, so that's one jar. Okay, now knowing me, I'm probably going to have enough for another jar, other than the two. But we're going to see what happens. If I do, I'll do another one off camera. It's no big, big deal. But yeah, when I seen the recipe and she had sent it to me, I was like, yeah, let me see what I can do with that. Um, you always want to make a recipe your own, but you also want to give the person credit whose recipe the original recipe it is, which is Bryant Terry. Like I said, he was on the Today Show, doing something for Labor Day. I'm assuming. Yeah. So I'm gonna put 2 cloves of garlic in each container. All right. You see, I have some stuff left over, and I have some smaller canning jars. So I might just use this on in another jar, but I'll do that off camera. Okay. So that's that. We got. I'm trying to get it as far to the top as possible. Okay. Now, it looks good. All right. It looks really good. Mr. Terry is on to something. So, here is the vinegar, the water with all the cumin, mustard seed, um, what else? Cumin, mustard seed. We got turmeric, um, black peppercorn. We got a little salt. Water is all in here. Okay. This is what the liquid is looking like. All right. This is what's gonna go over the veggies. You want to try to divide it as evenly as possible. It says over the vegetables. All right. So as you can see, got up top of, I'm going to try to maneuver the mustard seeds, the cumin seeds and all of that down into the corn as much as possible. Okay. With the garlic. Let me tell you something. Mr. Terry's on to something with this recipe. It actually smells really good, and if it's going to taste anything like it smells, I can't wait to try it out. So you got to play with it a little bit to get everything down in it the way you want to get it into the jar, okay? That's all I'm doing is I'm just manipulating the seasonings to get down into the jar. Because he wants you to let it sit at least, I think, my understanding, a day, at least 24 hours before you you start to eat in it. Um, but he says, according to the recipe, it can stay in your refrigerator. This is not a canning thing that you would put like in the closet or on a canning shelf or anything like that. It is it is something that you would actually keep in your refrigerator. Now I did one similar um last week or week before last when I first started this channel. But it was a cucumber salad. And needless to say, there is no more. My husband ate it all. Okay. So there's no more of that. So, but I do think this is gonna be good. I really do. Um, I'm just playing with it. If y'all wondering what I'm doing, I want to get as much of the mustard seed and all the other seasoning down into the corn. So I'm just manipulating the corn. Just manipulating the stuff that's in the jar so it can so the seasoning can get down as much as possible. I don't want just the seasoning sitting on top. So I'm just going down the side of the glass, the jar, with my spoon to manipulate the seasoning. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. I think I'm a fan, Mr. Terry. I really do. I think this is gonna be good. Um, yeah. So there we go with it. Now this. Oh, oh shucks. Now we'll put the tops on. Gonna screw the lids on. Then I'm gonna give you a close up. Okay. So I am just turning like this. I'm just manipulating. All right. I want to get air, I want to give all the corn a fair chance with the seasoning. It's a nice color with the turmeric, you know. It will be something nice to give as a gift, somebody that's homebound, especially with, what's going on, and you want to make up some and just give it as a gift to somebody, just to let them know, hey, I'm thinking about you. This is what I did. This is something you keep in the fridge. And, yeah, so they can eat off of it. But this is the end product. This is what it looks like. Hope it gets a good shot. It is really a nice color. It looks really good. So yeah, the recipe is called Sweet Summer Corn Relish, and the recipe belongs to Bryant Terry. He is the author of this recipe. So I know I deviated just a tad bit from what it was, but it's okay. It really is okay. You make it your own, and that's what I did. But I like this base. I like to have something to go off of. So we didn't deviate much. So yeah, that's it for today. Sweet summer corn relish. I hope you enjoy it. If you like this recipe, if you like this channel, if it's a recipe that you want me to try, just like my daughter wanted me to try this, please leave me a comment below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share to all your friends. Let them know, hey, there's a There's a home-based vegan raw chef that's on the scene. So yeah. So also, if you're in the Huntsville, Alabama area where I live, and you want to taste a dish that I make, just comment below. Let me know. So when I make the next one, or even if I make it that day, I can let you have some and let you see what it's like. So yeah. So if I can help you with anything, please let me know. Again, like, share, subscribe, give us a big thumbs up. I'm trying my best to, like I said, find my way in this YouTube world. So far, so good. I know the numbers are going to come up the more content I put out there, and the more I believe people like what I'm putting out there. And so please like, share, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Okay? Bye bye.